Welcome to Senior Living Today. I'm your host, Scott Buchanan, CEO for the Ohio Masonic Home. Each episode, we take a closer look at the complicated world of senior living and help you understand what kind of services to look for, what questions to ask, and what you can do now to financially prepare for your future. As you all may know, there isn't a handbook or how-to guide when it comes to navigating this complex world of senior living. So we're here to help. In today's episode, we're going to take a look at how senior living services have evolved and what lifestyle and program offerings are available. I will be joined by three guests who have all multiple years of experience in the industry and are all helping create a new style of continuing care retirement communities to meet all the needs of all of the baby boomers retiring every single day. After the break, I will be joined by Tiffany Harding, the Corporate Director of Sales for the Ohio Masonic Home. She has over 16 years of experience in senior living and has helped pave the way and change the game when it comes to senior living. Please stay with us.
All right, Mary, we're gonna pick out your outfit for today, okay?
Oh, I liked that.
Hey, what do you think about the Ave over there? Think I ought to get its digits?
Absolutely.
Good morning, Faye.
Hi, John.
Are you on those filters again?
Yep.
At Springfield Masonic Community, you're more than just a job title. To start your rewarding career, visit us at ohiomasonichome.org today.
Welcome back to Senior Living Today. I'm your host, Scott Buchanan, and I'm joined by Tiffany Harding, Corporate Director of Sales for the Ohio Masonic Home. Tiffany, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm a wife, a mother, and a runner, an adventurer, and have an undying love for the senior living industry. I've been around for 16 years now in the industry.
So your first job was in senior living, and now you've turned it into a full-blown career. Why did you choose to join the senior living space and do what you're doing today?
Sure. It was funny, the industry actually found me.
Really?
I was 16 years old, and a friend of mine had asked me to take a class to be a nursing assistant. Wow. And so we just wanted to lock in jobs for after high school. And oddly enough, she actually dropped out of that class, and I found what would pave the way for the rest of my life. I fell in love with the space and have worked in many capacities. I started out as a nursing assistant and then was privileged to be on the side of the human resource side and spent some time helping employees along their journey into entering into the senior living space, and it's been amazing. And then a few years into that, I took a leap into the sales and marketing role and never looked back.
So Tiffany, you've got a lot of experience in the industry and you've seen a lot. How have you seen the industry evolve?
Well, it's been changing so quickly. There's a lot of variables that dictate what happens in our space and how we deliver the services in our space. Economics, politics, the labor force, local influences. There's just been so many changes over the years, and honestly, the way that we do business today could flip upside down and completely change tomorrow. Even in the way that we talk about our space, and we went from a time where we were referring to the people who live with us as patients and then residents, and now at Ohio Masonic Home, we reference them as community members. The term resident just became so institutional.
Right.
So there's just been so many things that have changed over the years. When I first started, the focus was so largely on the healthcare component and really packaging these quality care services. And while that's still largely a focus, there's just as much emphasis placed on things like hospitality and experience and lifelong learning and things like that. So there's a lot of pressure and influences that we have from not only the senior living industry, but outside that space as well.
You've grown up in the industry and have had firsthand experience when it comes to activities, the changing environments and activities we've offered. Where does someone start? Do the activities change and what's provided?
So our space is way more than what people believe. It's more than just Bibles and bingos and birthdays. And so, yes, we do celebrate birthdays and have religious services and, certainly play our fair share of bingo. We really encourage people to listen to their customers, take their surveys.
Okay.
At Ohio Masonic Home, we make sure that we interview all of our residents about what the experience that they want to have. So we can create programs that are truly based around what our customers want to experience. And we go, again, outside the industry to make sure that we're not just, focused in one particular area,
Okay.
like bingo. We recently had some people zip lining because that was an adventure that they wanted to go on. Hot air balloon riding. Having spa nights or going to a symphony. So we're really listen a lot to our customers, and finding a great place that listens to their customers is really important.
So what are some examples of recent adventures that our community members have experienced?
Sure. Well, I mentioned the zip lining. That was a great experience. We actually had a woman who had a double knee replacement and had recovered from cancer, who just said,
Wow.
I'm the first one, sign me right up. So it was really amazing to watch her be so determined to get through that zip lining course. We go on Jeep rides around our campus. If
Your Jeep's not involved, right?
my Jeep is of course involved.
Okay.
But yeah, that's real life though. We say, hey, who wants to go hit the trail? And we head out into the back and hit the trail, and it's a ton of fun. I mean, who can say that they get to go to work and go on a Jeep ride? We've set up hot air balloon rides to be able to do some, people can experience that. And that's not even just for the people who live in our communities, but those who live in our greater community that we support. So we've also done some biplane rides as well
Wow.
for some of our veterans. And all that is done through community partnerships that have helped us to be able to get those things off the ground, literally.
Speaking of the biplane rides, we've got a video that we have compiled from that day. Please take a look.
Ageless Aviation Dreams Foundation, we have a singular mission, giving back to those that have given. So we do that in a really unique and special way. We take these 1940s World War II biplanes all over the country, and we give veterans that live in senior living communities flights free of charge. It's something they've earned. People come and want to buy flights all the time. We will not sell a flight. We give flights. We honor senior veterans for what they've done for us. And it's a pretty special experience given somebody in their 90s who thinks they're not going to be flying, let alone flying in an open cockpit biplane. The Springfield Masonic community has been awesome. They contacted us and said, hey, will you come fly some of our veterans? And we said, absolutely. So today we're going to be flying and honoring 8 veterans from the Springfield Masonic community with dream flights today.
It's great to partner with Ageless Aviation and be able to bring these types of opportunities to our residents that probably don't happen every day, and just sit back and watch them enjoy the day. So it's amazing to be able to literally live where lifestyle sparks new beginnings, and what a great place to be.
That was a great flight. It was really more than I expected. I would expect it to be a pretty rough over-the-road travel, but it was great. A few bumps road, but it was great. I enjoyed it.
It was wonderful. We had a nice smooth takeoff and a flight around Springfield, north of Springfield. Got to see International, see the reservoir, some other sights there, and nice smooth landing when we come back and finished. I'm ready to go again.
Have you been on a plane like this before?
No, never have.
Would you do it again?
Yes, do it in a heartbeat.
The flight was great. A perfect day for it. You look around, it's clear and sunny, and there's no wind, and there's a little breeze, and you need that. But it wasn't, there's no scariness involved, and no fright. It was just nice. It's the first time I've ever been in a plane like that, or a plane that old for that matter, and that was a new experience.
The flight was really great. The day is beautiful, and the flight was great. That was something I had never done before in an open cockpit like that, and I wore the scarf, and I'm sure that was pretty uncomfortable when they had to wear them because it kept pulling on your neck. But I didn't want it to blind the pilot that was in the back. But it was a good trip, and I appreciate the fact that they come and do this. This was great.
I feel wonderful. It was a beautiful flight. Beautiful day, perfect weather, ground crops look beautiful. I think it's the ideal time of the year to have the opportunity to fly. I'd do it again in 5 minutes if you can get me on the plane. It's really a wonderful experience. And I've always wanted to fly in a little biplane. And it's taken me 86 years to make it, but I finally made it.
What an amazing activity that we were able to pull off.
Yeah, it was a great day.
And you know, this one, in this case, it was another not-for-profit that we partnered with and didn't cost us anything. Of the zip lining and everything we talked about, is that included?
Sure. Some of those are included. The Jeep rides, those are included. So, but some of them do have, you know, a cost associated with them. And communities like ours will make sure that they kind of package together activities that fit their community members' budgets.
We've talked a lot about activities, but are those just for individuals and independent living? Or how do we make sure that everybody from assisted living to this, maybe our skilled nursing facility or one of our dementia units are included in these activities? How do we handle that?
Sure. We talked earlier about the evolution of the industry, and you know, I think that that's one of the most beautiful ways that we've seen the industry evolve is that we really do a great job of taking away the definitions of people by where they sleep at night, what level of living they're at. One of the best ways that we've been able to do that is through a position in our organization, a member experience director, who kind of helps connect people together who live in our community. And it doesn't matter where they sleep or what their health condition might be. But you know, Dave Flohre is the gentleman I'm referring to. He actually will go and make sure that, you know, somebody that he understands is interested in one activity might make it to that activity that we're putting on. So making sure that they have those experiences and that he's kind of connecting all the dots within the community, and it's been a really vital role in doing that.
So Dave's going to be joining us later in the show to talk about hospitality and senior living. What would you tell someone who's looking for a senior living community, either for themselves, for a loved one, or maybe a friend? What would you tell them?
My number one piece of advice would be to start early. We get a lot of people who say, "I'll come there when I need to," and we really encourage people to come to us when they want to, and when they can come and experience and enjoy everything that we have to offer. You know, we talked about Jeep rides and getting into an airplane and zip lining and going on boat rides, and you know, we're focusing a whole new shift onto travel and how important traveling is. But if you come when you're in a crisis mode, then you're going to take away your opportunity to really fully enjoy that component of senior living.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today and sharing all of your experiences. Very, very much appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
When we come back, I'll be joined by Stacey Walters, the Director of Life Enrichment at Springfield Masonic Community, who's going to talk to us about activities available in skilled nursing and the memory care residents. Stay with us.
I'm going to give Mom a call at the Springfield Masonic Community and see how she's settling in. Okay, bye.
Darn kids.
"36 missed calls. I've got to call my daughter. Will you take me home?"
Springfield Masonic Community, where lifestyle sparks new beginnings.
Hi, Kelly. What's for lunch today?
We have our lentil soup, we have our corn chowder, and we have our spicy buffalo chicken meatball sub.
Hey, what do you think about that guy named Dave over there?
Oh, he's a catch. You should totally go for it.
Think I ought to get his digits?
Absolutely.
At Springfield Masonic Community, you're more than just a job title. To start your rewarding career, visit us at ohiomasonichome.org today.
Welcome back to Senior Living Today. I'm your host, Scott Buchanan. I'm now joined by Stacey Walters, Director of Life Enrichment at Springfield Masonic Community. Stacey, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you. I'm very happy to be here.
Stacey, tell us about your background. How long have you worked in senior living and what's your current role?
Well, I've worked at the Springfield Masonic Community for 11 years.
Wow.
I am happily married with 2 children, and I absolutely enjoy getting up every day and coming in to work and having a great day with the residents.
Awesome. I see your passion for senior living every day. What brings you back every day? What keeps you coming back?
Well, definitely the residents do. I find it very humbling that my job is to actually bring happiness to people every day.
Wow. So can you give me examples of kind of some of the things you do in a day's time?
Yeah, sure.
And what levels of care maybe you work with?
I like to oversee our dementia care area, our long-term care area, and assisted living. We like to personalize all of our activities to everybody on their different areas and what suits them and what makes them happy every
Right,
day.
I know we've used some technology in that space.
Oh,
and
we sure do.
We've been very innovative in how we do that.
We are actually very fortunate to have never too late technology, which is almost like just a big rolling computer. You can touch it, you can go places, you can play games and brain fitness. It is an absolutely wonderful technology that we can actually roll right into the room of a resident who may not be able to come out.
So we've been talking a lot about lifestyle that should be available in senior living, right? Every day, our residents go to live and feel empowered. Where every day is Saturday, where residents can, and skilled memory care, we ensure that they have a lifestyle that's available to those who can't necessarily travel or go, like Tiffany just talked about them. Our outdoor excursions and each day that they're living to the fullest. Do we do some of those things?
Oh, we sure do. One of my favorite things to do with our residents is to ask them who they'd like to talk to today, and we might Skype with a family member out in California.
Wow.
Every day is a new day, and we like to get everybody involved at all levels.
Do we do anything with music or anything with arts?
Oh, the arts is very important. It's a passion to me. We are partnered with the Springfield Museum of Art, and they come in every Friday for an art class. So you might have a loved one who might not be able to communicate as good as they used to, but by coming in and joining with them, doing an art project, you're able to have a connection there. And we do a huge exhibit, and we invite the community to come in to see it. So because you might be at a stage in your life where your loved ones might think that you might not be able to do anything anymore, you really can.
What are some of the activities you have introduced at the Springfield Masonic community yourself? I mean, what are some of the things and we talked about the Arts Council a little bit. Can you give me other examples of things that we've done that are unique?
We love to load everybody up and go out and take luncheons. Even people who might not be able to get out of a wheelchair, we can still load them up, take them out to see the sights, take them out to see the leaves and the trees. I love to partner with community groups, and we recently partnered with Community Mercy Hospice, and they bring in this large animatronic seal, and it warms up to your body weight, it reacts to your touch and everything that you do, and we can take Paro, the seal, right into rooms, lay it right on their bellies, and they enjoy it and they have a really good time.
So we talked a little bit about a lot of people when they retire want to travel and do some kind of travel. Do folks in the memory care unit we talked about with the software that we have, they're able to travel. Can you give me other examples of maybe, and it's never too late, or what that looks like? What does the software actually do? Can I go to Egypt? Can I go to London? What can I do?
Oh, you can go just about anywhere you want. Anything you can do online, you can do on the Never Too Late machine. We like to, one of my favorite things also to do is to say, where did you grow up? And they'll give me their childhood address, and we'll look it up. And they'll show me, all the windows and who lived in what room. We love to visit webcams. We go to the Eiffel Tower and watch the webcam. Times Square, anywhere they want to go, anywhere they can dream of, we'll just put it right in, and actually they can roll right on up to it and actually touch the screen. So, it's not us doing it for them. They're doing it for themselves.
Well, I've heard it through the grapevine, but what else can we do with the Never Too Late technology? Can I Skype a friend? Can I talk through it? What else? Is that a possibility?
Oh yes, watch movies. Everybody gets an email address, which is a lot of fun. You have a senior resident who's never had an email, and all of a sudden they're getting emails, or we'll like to either email them, "Have a great day today," and say, "Hey, did you check your email today?" There's just so many things you can do on it, and you can touch it, and you can be interactive. The sensory games, visiting with loved ones. The machine is very remarkable, and we're very lucky to have so many of them.
It just sounds amazing, all that we're doing. So it doesn't matter, to Tiffany's point a second ago, where you lived, it's not defined by where you sleep, right?
That's right.
So what would you tell someone looking for a senior living community, for a loved one, for themselves, for a neighbor? What would you tell them? What would
well, I could say, walk in the front door, and how does it feel?
Okay.
How does your loved one feel? Is there a smile on their face? Is there great interaction? Because I think you can pretty size up somewhere as soon as you walk in the door by how you're greeted, and by staff, and just go by your gut feeling.
Well, Stacey, thank you so much for being with us and sharing your experiences. It's great to
happy
have
to
you
be
here. I'll be joined by our final guest, Dave Florio, who's going to talk about hospitality and senior living and share his unique story and how he joined us in the business. Please stay with us.
Good morning, Faye.
Hi, John. Come and look at this.
Are you on those filters again?
Yep.
At Springfield Masonic Community, you're more than just a job title. To start your rewarding career, visit us at ohiomasonichome.org today.
All right, Mary, we're gonna pick out your outfit for today, okay? You have this one. Do you like this one?
No, I want something hotter than that.
I think you're really gonna like this one though.
Oh, that's the one. I like that.
All right, then we're gonna work on your hair next.
At Springfield Masonic Community, you're more than just a job title. To start your rewarding career, visit us at ohiomasonichome.org today.
Welcome back to Senior Living Today. I'm your host, Scott Buchanan. I'm joined by Dave Flohre, Member Experience Director at Springfield Masonic Community. Dave, thank you for joining me today.
I wouldn't miss the opportunity. Thanks for having me, Scott.
Dave, tell our viewers a little bit about yourself. How did you become a Member Experience Director?
Well, Scott, before coming to the Springfield Masonic Community, I owned and operated a gourmet chocolate candy store for over 20 years. Yes, yes. Being a full-service store, excellent customer service was a must. My current role at Springfield Masonic Community is, customer service driven. I help all the independent living residents with any concerns or issues they may have living here at Springfield Masonic. Working here has been a big change for me.
It sounds like the chocolate to residents, that's a lot.
From the chocolate store, yes, yes it has. Working for a nonprofit, mission-driven and faith-based organization as the Masonic fraternity, it has actually inspired me to become a Mason myself.
So how long have you been in this role, and what does it entail? What does your day-to-day job look like?
Well, I've been here just over 4 years now, yes. In addition to taking care of my independent living residents, I also oversee the post office, the transportation department, and also the gift shop.
The gift shop has chocolate in it, I'm sure, right?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Yeah, I did bring some of that with me. But my most important role is to make sure my residents have the help they need to remain independent. For example, some may need housekeeping, just everyday chores, maybe med reminders, bathing, just to name a few.
So when you started a few years ago, there was a divide in our community in Springfield, and based upon where residents lived or cliques, it was almost like high school. You might get 30 people out to an event. How did you improve that? What did you do to make a difference there and go about changing that?
Well, first we started off with, we put together this committee that we call our events committee.
Okay.
And it's all residents run. It started out with just 2 residents. It has grown to over 18 residents now. Yeah, it's pretty cool. The committee consists of both villa residents and also the apartment residents. They plan and sponsor all the events. They do the shopping for it. They do the serving, the preparing, even the cleanup of all of it. We have such events as, like, we've had a fish fry. I think this was our 2nd year for the fish fry. We had a Margaritaville this year, Kentucky Derby party. And we've had our 3rd annual Oktoberfest this past year, just to name a few.
So you mentioned the fish fry in Margaritaville, and you recently hosted your first responders breakfast for our first responders out there. Are those resident driven, or how does that work?
Yes, they are resident driven. You know, the committee, like I said before, does all the shopping, they do all that.
Okay.
We've hosted our 3rd first responder pancake breakfast this past year.
Wow.
And we look forward to doing it again next year. The breakfast is also open to all residents and staff as well.
So what are some other examples of resident-driven events that have been hosted by you and with your help?
Well, to start off, we had a fundraiser, which was our annual auction. We had a resident that came to the home that was an auctioneer.
Wow.
Yeah, so when I heard that, I thought, well, this is an opportunity we can't pass. So that was our big fundraiser to actually raise funds to host some more events. We've had pancake breakfasts. We do 50-50 raffles.
Okay.
Other events are like the Reds opening day, the Halloween costume party we've had every year since I've been there. A Valentine dance. We have the OSU Michigan game coming up.
Wow.
We're including a chili cook-off with that, so that'll be this Saturday. We also will have a Super Bowl party. We've had several Friday night cookouts as well.
Wow.
Yeah. And also, you know, we try to include the staff as well, so we have staff members that are invited to come, and also residents' families are also invited.
So kind of giving an outside-in look, given your experience, what would you tell someone looking for a senior living community, maybe for themselves, a family member, a friend, a neighbor? I mean, you've got a unique experience coming from retail to this space. What would you tell somebody?
Well, I would tell them to look for a continuing care retirement community.
Okay.
Okay. One that has independent living, assisted living, rehab, you know, memory care. I would tell them to look for a place that has volunteer opportunities and activities that they may enjoy.
Okay.
I would tell them you want to go to a place where you're going to live, not to die.
Okay. Well, Dave, thanks for joining me. I really appreciate all your time and your unique experience and bringing your experience to the show. I also want to thank our viewers for tuning in today. Be sure to check out our show each month as we take a closer look at senior living today and answer the questions you want to know. If you have any specific questions you'd like to have answered, please send those to omhmarketing@ohiomasonichome.org, or please give us a call at 937-505-8405. You can also check out our Facebook page. If you'd like more information on campus living and any of those options for a loved one, a friend, anybody, please give us a call at the number on the screen. Thank you and have a great evening.